For Alpine Intel's engineers and really other experts, what kind of research do they do, and what might they be looking for on site? Obviously, they're going to be looking at stuff they can see with their eyes, but what other kind of research are they going to do when they go out
Yeah.
to a site, or maybe even prior to going out to a site?
A few of the things that we looked for um, when we're on site, Chris, is cracks in the framing or siding. One of the things I mentioned before too, high water marks. There's always some type of if water got in there on the outside, there's always a high water mark that we look for, um, as well as where did the water enter? Did it enter the property? Um, and again, a lot of these questions are ones that adjusters are asking themselves as well. But we're going out there and actually examining these things. The amount of debris. Some of the debris is in the neighbor's yard, right? You're looking at, if you can see the path of that. And again, going back to that scour or erosion, is there evidence of that, on the property itself? Um, as far as some of the research itself that we provide within the reports, a lot of it has to do with weather data. There's a lot of river gauges, a lot of tidal gauges, so we can, we can gauge tidal heights. We can gauge, the distance from the property to the body of water that possibly flooded. And what are some of the historical, or current ground elevations for that particular property? Has water been creeping up slowly over the years, faster than in some other areas? So that's a couple of the things that we include. When we get on site, we do that research, and then of course some of the things that we include in those reports as well. Some of the other things that we like to speak to, we do a lot of the same things an adjuster does as well. Like when we're on property, if we can get the insured, to ask them a few questions like, were they present? The photographs are huge, right? As I said before, can they give you an idea of how deep the water possibly was? Can they tell us the direction of the water? A lot of these are the same questions that, we expect the adjusters to be asking. Is there evidence of age? Was there downward movement of the structure itself? Was there upward movement? So lots of different questions that we go out, and ask the insured if we can do that. And sometimes we have to ask the adjuster those questions.